crochet tutorial. For this tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to make the singlet that I'm wearing, which I will later turn into a dress for another tutorial, using the same yarn or not using the same yarn, as depending on what I've got. Because the yarn that I'll be using for this tutorial is this. And this is the same yarn that I used for my original sweater with the shoulders cut out. And that's in one of the thumbnails for that tutorial, which was way back, I think last year sometime. And it's a blue, so that, yeah, but now I'm using the red one. And I bought up all the remaining skeins of this, so there's 5 of these. I'm not sure if that'll be enough to make the entire dress. It should be, from what I remember, that should be enough, but like I said, to begin with I'll be making the top. So yeah, and then you'll see how easy it is to adapt that into a dress, which is going to be really easy. I will also be redoing my extremely simple basic summer dress tutorial because sadly at some point last year I deleted the second half of that tutorial, which is a big shame. It's fine, doesn't matter, I'll just make it again, and that's good. So are we doing that? Yes. Anything else? Yeah. I don't think so, I think that's it. Yeah, alright. So we should probably just get straight into making it. Before that, I would just like to say, thank you to all my subscribers. I can't believe that, at the point that I'm at, I can't believe it. It's pretty amazing. Yeah. And thank you for people who wished me well. I'm getting better. I'm happy to say I've been on antibiotics, so it's all cleared up the thing, that whatever it was, I don't know what it was. So that's going away, and I don't know what else to say. I'm still a little bit muddled. Anyway, yeah. Life story. Not necessary. Okay, so we'll be doing that. Thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you to all my patrons. Thank you. It's a huge deal. Your support is a massive deal. It means the world to me. Yes. Yes. Also, if you like this video, please give it a like, and if you would like to subscribe, I don't usually go on as much as this in the intros. I guess just because I haven't done this for a while, and maybe because I'm feeling better, I just feel a little bit more verbose or something. I don't know. Oh, yeah. The other thing I wanted to mention, for Patreon, I do have some really exciting things coming up for that. I'll be doing extra sort of vlog type things, walking around the city, showing you where I get yarn from, investigating other yarn things, maybe going into a few craft shops, because there's some really beautiful ones in the city here. If you'd like to see that, you can join Patreon or come and check that out. So I'll be doing that. I'm going to be, okay, I'll tell you, but I'm not sure if it's going to work or not. I am currently researching, and I'm going to be looking into how to make resin crochet hooks, something I'm quite excited about. It's very early stages of that, so I don't know how it's going to work. But if that works out, and if I enjoy using resin, I will be looking at how to make jewellery and stuff like that, because it's something I've kind of always wanted to do. But I will be doing those tutorials on the Green Narcissus channel, so it won't be on this one. This one's strictly for crochet. Yeah, alright. I don't really think there's anything else to say. Yeah, so today we're making the top. Today. Leading on to adapting that into a dress. Alright, if you've watched this far, thank you. Let's just get straight into making it. Alright, now for this design we start by making the bra cups. And to do that, I'm actually going to link in the description the tutorial that I found that showed me how to make this particular bra cup, which is really excellent because it's so adaptable for your size, like any size you want. So I will be linking that. It's a really good tutorial. She's really thorough. She goes through everything. But I'll quickly explain that. So what you do is you obviously locate the middle of your breast, so one breast. And then you, from the middle of that, you measure the distance between that and underneath the breast. So just going down, and you make a chain of that length. And that's going to be the base for the size of the bra cup. So for me, that is using this particular yarn. So this is the yarn we're using. It's a Mondial again, which as you know I love. It's just a basic cotton, which is going to be really good for summer, like way less hot than using woolly yarn. Alright, and the specifications for that, because as I've said in the past, I can never find a ply on any of the labels for the yarns that I use in Spain. But those are the specifications. Someone did mention recently that I should be showing more the labels, and that's true, I should, just so that you know what you're working with. So for this, it's using a 4 to 5 millimeter hook. I'm going to be using a 3.5, and for, I guess that's for a square of 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters. It's 20M by 26F. This is an Italian label, so I'm not quite sure if but I think you can see. You can see the. If you look at the yarn, you can see it's very fine. Very fine. I suppose you could call it a DK. I think, yes, you could call it a DK if you wanted to. Anyway, let's jump straight into making this. So like I said, the measurement from me, from the middle of the breast to just underneath, is 13 chains. So we're going to be locating the beginning of our yarn, the end of our yarn. Make a slip knot. So to make a slip knot, that's just like this. There's a few different ways you can make slip knots, I've noticed. This is probably just the most basic way. For a while I was doing a complicated way of, I was going to say pretentious, but that's not right, that's really mean. I was doing a different way of it, but maybe one day I'll make a video on, anyway, let's do this. So making a chain, so to make a chain, that is yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. So I'm making 13 of those. Okay, and here's my chain of 13. Problems with focus. Here's my chain of 13. So that's good. Now I'm going to be chaining an extra one for the turning stitch, and by turning stitch I mean you're going to skip that chain one. So there's 14 chains just there, but you're skipping that first chain from the hook, and you're going to put a half double crochet into the next stitch along, so chain along. So into the second chain from the hook, so not that one, but that one, you're going to, for a half double crochet, yarn over, insert the hook into the chain, right there, insert the hook into the chain, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. So that's for a half double crochet, only half of the double crochet. And then you're going to be putting a half double crochet into each chain all the way up to to the beginning. So 1, 2, 3, I'll go away and let you do that, and we'll meet back at the beginning. Here I am back at the beginning. Now I haven't gone into the very beginning chain yet, because I want to show you that the pattern for this to grow the size of the cup is 2 chain and 2. So by that I mean 2 half double crochets. So into that beginning chain just there, put a double crochet, so 1 double crochet into that chain, and then another double crochet into the same chain, so the beginning, and then chain 1, so 1, then another half double crochet into the beginning chain, and another half double crochet into the beginning chain, like that. So that's where you're growing the size of the cup. So it's 2 half double crochets, 1 chain 1, 2 half double crochets. But when we get to the next round row, I'm going to show you how you're going to do it, because it's going to be a little bit different. Anyway, now what you do is you put half double crochets into the remaining, or into the stitches all the way back to the other end. So there should be, guys, I promise one day I will get more storage and we won't have that problem anymore. Alright, so as I was saying, there should be 12, we're going into the undersides of the stitches just here, all the way back to the other end. So I'll show you how to do that, and there should be 12 of them. So you can see just here, beneath the stitch, that's where you're going to be putting your half double crochet. So 1, and there's the next one just beneath the next stitch along there, so just in there, 2, grab yourself some more yarn, and there, 3. So that's where you're putting those stitches all the way back down, and there should be 12 of those. So I'll meet back up with you at that point, and I'll show you where to go for the next row, round row. Right, now here I am back down at the other end, and that's what that's going to look like. So it's going to be looking like that. Now what we do to move on to the next row, I'm just going to call it row because we're not joining it as a round, it's just going to be a row. Alright, so what we do is we chain up 1, and we turn the work, and we put a half double crochet in all the way till we get to that chain 1 at the top. So I think what there should be 1, 2, 3, 4, let's just do this one together, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Okay. Alright. So there's 14 just there, and then you see you've reached the top, and there's that chain 1 section. So what you do with that chain, you go into the chain space to do your 2 half double crochets, chain 1, 2 half double crochets. So let's just do that together. So 1 into that chain space. Here, I'm putting it, I'm going to get a little closer so you can see. So going into that chain space, just there. So where are we? I just really want to make sure you see that. And so 1 and 2, then chain 1 and another 1 and 2. And there you go. And then going back the down the other side, you'll have another 14 half double crochets. So it should be into that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yep. So all the way back down the other side, put in. Yeah, and just see on there on the top, get the V, go in beneath both parts of that V just on the top there. Don't do it on the side. You might be tempted to do that. I've done that in the past. But no, see there's a V just on top there. Go in beneath that for your stitch. So 14 all the way back down the other side. And that's going to be the way you're growing the cup. The bra cup. So try it on as you go. You'll be pleasantly surprised by how this works out. I found it really exciting. I was like, wow, it's actually this easy. Like, it's really awesome. Okay, so yes, I'll go away and do that. For me, I think it's 11 rows of this to make a cup that's, you know, comfortable and is going to sit properly and work out really well for the top. So we do 2 of these, obviously. And then I will show you how to go from there and work on the rest of the top. So we'll be working on the straps, and then we'll be working on how to grow the trunk section of the body, the abdomen section. Yes. Alright, see you soon. So yeah, we'll go away, we'll grow the cups, we'll make our cups, and yes, see you soon. Okay, now that I've finished both of those cups, for the bust section of the top, I'm going to work on joining these together. And what we're going to do that, I'm going to angle the camera down a little so we can see it better. So there we go, there they are. Right, now what we're going to do is we're going to be putting half double crochets into each row end along the bottom. So there's going to be, what have I done? I did 11 rows. So there's going to be 22 row ends along each one. And I'm also going to be putting an extra half double crochet in the middle. So where that original foundation chain is, there's going to be an extra one. So there's going to be 23 half double crochets for both of these at the each ends. So to do that, what we're going to do is we're going to begin by putting another half double crochet into the same stitch that we've ended on to finish this one, because we're not trimming the yarn, we're just going straight from where we left off on our last cup that we finished. So putting another half double crochet into that same stitch just there, so there'll be 2 there, and that's turning us onto the row ends. So that's the first one for this row. So that's 1, and then into the next row end, which is just there. So that will be 2. Then moving on to the next row end, which will be just there. So that's 3. Moving on to this one, 4. And then moving on to this one, 5. Where are we? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then that last one just there, 11. It can be a little tricky with the half double crochets as opposed to with the double crochets to see where that row end is, obviously, because it's, you know, small area. But stick with it, you'll get used to it. And so I've done 11 just there on that side. Now, like I said, I'm going to be putting 1 into that middle sort of joining area where the foundation chain is, so just 1 in there. 1 half double crochet, and then I'm going to be putting the remaining 11 till the end of the row. So into each row end, so we've got a row end there, so 1, and I will meet you, yes, I'll meet you at the end when you've done those 11 half double crochets for that side, and we'll work on joining to the other cup. Here I am at the end of the row, and I'm just going to put my last 11, well, what would this would be, 23rd, yeah, 23rd half double crochet into the last stitch just there. So for that one, into that last stitch just there, and that's 11. Now picking up the other side, we're going to half double crochet, so yarn over and just half double crochet straight into that top stitch just there. So keeping it neat, keeping it even. And make sure to pull that as tight as you possibly can, just so that you don't have too much of a gap just there where the join is. See, like that. So that's 1, that's the first row end. Then go into the next row end, which I think is that one. So let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, it's not that one. It's the next one along. So yarn over and into that row end. You'll figure it out. And then, like I said, putting the half double crochet into that middle join section where the original foundation chain is. The remaining 11 till the end half double crochet. I'll meet you at that point, and I'll tell you where we're going to go from there.